Okay, ladies, save your money for the skin and beauty products that actually work, because today we are counting down the top 11 most overrated beauty product categories on the market today, in my opinion. We're talking things like Tinted Moisturizer, Lash Primer, Cellulite Cream, Pricey Mascara, Face Mist, and more. We're looking at the skin and makeup products that are overhyped, don't perform as promised, or are just flat out a big old waste of money. Disclaimer, all of our community members know this, but if you're new to the channel, I always say you are the boss of you. If you disagree with any of the 11 and you've gotten great results for it, ain't nobody's business but yours. You do you. We are a no judgy eyes community of women in an interactive, kind, and supportive environment. If you like videos like this, please hit like, subscribe, and let's do this. Starting with number 11 and counting down to number 1. Tell me if you agree. Number 11 is Tinted Moisturizer. I can't tell you how many complaints I've read from reviewers upset that Tinted Moisturizer they used wasn't offering them enough coverage, and they ended up having to use concealer or spot treat with their normal foundation. Okay, guys, Molly is 2 today. It's her birthday and she wanted to sit with me, obviously. Back to our usual show. Tinted Moisturizer, as most of you know, means simply nothing more than a sheer light tint of color or coverage. Most tinted moisturizers really are not that moisturizing. So unless you're specifically looking for a nice, sheer, light tint, like my favorite, which is Coola Tinted BB Cream, you're better off using a straight SPF moisturizer followed by your favorite foundation. Number 10 is Conditioning Lash Primer. There are tons of fancy, expensive conditioning lash primers on the market promising to infuse lashes with nourishment for healthy, gorgeous lashes and help to make your mascara last longer. I think that your regular mascara should be doing both of those jobs anyway, don't you? Many of these are priced at $30 plus and aren't nourishing your lashes to any effect that is going to make a discernible difference. That being said, I do use a $10 L'Oreal primer to give my lashes extra thickness and volume, but I am not under the misguided impression that it's giving my lashes any sort of nourishment, vitamin infusion, or that it's going to help my mascara to stay on longer. If you're thinking, why not just use 2 coats of mascara? Yes, you absolutely could, if you prefer more of a natural look to your lashes. I kind of like to be a little all extra, don't be shocked. I like a bit more of a fat, full lash look. I have found that this L'Oreal Voluminous Primer is a bit of a thicker consistency than my mascara. So instead of applying 3 coats of mascara, which to get the look that I particularly want, I'd have to apply 3 coats versus if I use the primer, I'm only applying 2. And I like it, so I do it. But if you like a natural lash look, you don't need to use primer at all. Number 9, really expensive, pricey eye makeup remover. I saw one from Chanel for like $42 for an eye makeup remover. Look, a really expensive bottle of eye makeup remover is not any better than my favorite, the Neutrogena oil-free makeup remover that I get for $5. It's just not. Really what we're looking for, ladies, tell me if I'm wrong, is a gentle, non-drying product to remove excess eye makeup after we wash our face. That's it, right? It's easy to get sucked into the feeling of luxury and indulgence and buy a really expensive bottle. I get the Neutrogena for like $5 or $6 on Amazon. I buy it in a 3-pack and I keep our little bathroom product cabinet stocked with this kind of stuff. Number 8, high-end fancy mascara. Chanel, Dior, Lancome. I've used them all. I know, don't be shocked. The fact is, regardless of what brand of mascara, they all have alarmingly similar formulas, which is why you can get the same lengthening and volumizing results from a drugstore version as you can from a fancy one that you get at Neiman Marcus. The best mascara that I've ever used, hands down, is a drugstore brand called Princess Mascara. I get it for like $15 on Amazon for 3 of these. 3 for $15. I stockpile them along with my L'Oreal primer so that I never run out. Listen, if you love, love, love your Pricey mascara, like I said, you are the boss of you, but may I recommend at least trying a $5 tube of this? I promise you're not going to hate it, but even if you still love your more expensive version, use this for days when you don't want to dip into the Pricey brand. You know, days when you're running errands or you're going to the gym or you're just kind of doing something less casual, use this in its place. Number 7, dark dark spot removers. Most over-the-counter creams promising to alter your skin pigmentation do not have high enough concentrations of key ingredients to make a real and discernible difference. Trust me, I've tried it. If, like me, you have a few little dark spots that bother you, your best bet is going to be to make an appointment with your dermatologist. She'll be able to truly assess the issue and talk about legit customized options for you that are going to make a difference and help you to get where you want to get. To proactively guard against more or future hyperpigmentation, the number one rule, of course, is to be all extra with your skin protection, meaning sunscreen every day, and limiting your sun exposure. Sunscreen is an absolute part of my everyday beauty routine. I do it as easily as I brush my teeth, especially living in SoCal, which is what we call Southern California. I have a few that I use depending on the day. I love my Coola SPF 50 Organic for faces, and or my Coola Tinted SPF for a pretty glow. I always wear sunglasses. Well, first of all, they're chic. But secondly, obviously they're protecting your eyes and those little crow's feet from direct sun exposure. Finally, I always wear a hat when I'm out walking the dogs to kind of limit that direct sun exposure. Number 6, eyeshadow primer. These are said to help shadows go on smoother, stay on longer, or to act as a no makeup look, making the lids appear smooth and even toned. First, these products don't actually help shadows to go on smoother, and as a matter of fact, what I have found is that they sort of feel a little bit tacky after you've put them on, which makes running a shadow over it just kind of a cluster. Second, do we really need to add another product to our list? I just hit the easy button. When I'm patting my under eye concealer underneath my eyes, I simply extend it over onto my lids. No big deal. I use the NARS concealer. This is the #1 selling concealer in the United States. This is what I personally like. I use the color Crema Catalana. It's upside down, but use whatever you like. Coming in at number 5, face mists, AKA uselessness in the bottle, yo. I bought this 2 years ago to test it for a beauty video that I was going to do, and it's been sitting in my cabinet for 2 years. It's just, it doesn't do any good, but I feel wasteful kind of throwing it out. The fact is that I basically paid $50 for scented water. On the pro side, it does feel cool and refreshing. It does smell good. Scent aside, it's really not much different than spritzing your face with cool water. If you flat out love having a spritzer in your purse to refresh and rejuvenate, I totally get it. However, if you're under the impression that it's hydrating and toning your face, it's not. Caveat emptor. Number 4, lip plumping products. Have you ever used a lip plumping gloss that legit plumped your lips? No, you haven't. You know why? Because it doesn't exist. It's a gimmick. Caveat. While some may show a temporary result under a microscope, enough for experts hired by the brand to say, studies show an increase in overall lip volume. You probably can't tell, and it's not gonna last long enough to make any kind of a discernible difference. Now, if like me, you like the cooling effect of a lip plumper, which I love this Buxom brand. They say it's a lip plumper. I didn't buy it because I thought it was gonna plump my lips. I just like that it feels pepperminty. First of all, I love the color spectrum that they have, but I just like that it feels tingly and pepperminty, and I just like the experience. Option 2, if you love kind of that feeling of a lip plumper, try a little peppermint oil on your lips. Tasty. Number 3, y'all. Tell me if you do not agree with this one. Under eye creams, and I put in the same bucket neck firming creams. Come on. This may be controversial depending upon which camp you fall into. I used to be in camp, hello. Yes, you absolutely need an under eye cream. Like most all of you in our community, I am into skincare. However, according to a number of legit dermatologists, 3 of which are my own, we do not need an eye cream. Here's why. A good moisturizer that we use on our face works just as well under the eyes. I'm gonna say that again. A good moisturizer that we use on our face works just as well under the eyes. The problem is that the skincare industry is in constant need of the latest, greatest new product to capitalize on our fears of wrinkling and aging. We've been conditioned to believe that just because the skin underneath our eyes is thinner than the rest of our face, that we need a specialized cream or product in order to help alleviate or guard against dryness and wrinkles. That's just not true, according to legit dermatologists. I personally have not used an under eye cream for at least 6 to 7 years, and I want to say even longer than that. According to dermatologist Dr. Katrina Good, quote unquote, even high-end lines like Skin Medica, which I carry, the creams you use on your face are just as helpful as eye cream, regardless of the name brand. This is the same thing with neck firming creams. Think about it logically. You ladies are all smart. Does it stand to reason that cream in a jar is legitimately going to firm your neck? No, it's not. Use the same good moisturizing cream on your face for your under eyes, neck, and your chest. Less products, less hassle, less time, less money. Number 2, we're almost at number 1. Expensive moisturizer. Luxurious packaging, buttery textures, and ethereal sense of fancy, expensive moisturizers. It feels like you're indulging in something incredible for your skin. I get it. The fact is, it's marketing, ladies. Never, never, ever do I buy department store skin products because I know better. Now. I know better now because I've had years and years and years of access to some of the best dermatologists in the industry who eye rolled when I asked about, what do you think of the new Chanel moisturizer or the $400 little jar of La Mer? They basically told me, you're wasting your money. Look at the ingredient list for formula that contains a good dose of hyaluronic acid, which is not only super moisturizing, but it helps your skin to absorb more water. All right, so I have used, which they agreed with, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost for a number of years, and I love, love, love it. It's rich but not heavy or greasy. It absorbs into my skin, and it just works really nicely. Aside from the fact that it's a fraction of the price of department store moisturizers, I just straight up like it. Oh, I really think you're gonna agree with me on this. Okay, this is my number 1 most overrated, biggest waste of money in the market. Cellulite cream. Come on, y'all. Alongside Crepey Rays, what the F was that? This is the biggest lie of a beauty product ever. I have zero idea how this is even legal in terms of truth in advertising. And oh, by the way, none of these are FDA approved, so that kind of tells you something. Let me be clear. Crystal clear. No cream, pill, serum will get rid of cellulite, period. Some products may temporarily soften the appearance of cellulite, but the reality is you're wasting your money on something that isn't going to make much of a difference, if any at all. The same thing goes for products promising to get rid of stretch marks. Come on. Look, the majority of women, regardless of weight, have cellulite. It's part of the body. So why scramble to eradicate something that everybody has, unless they're photoshopping the crap out of their butt? How about we all just agree that it's fine and move on? Okay, y'all, that was our countdown of the 11 most overrated makeup and beauty product categories. I'm dying to know what you think. Please comment below. I always love hearing from you. And until a couple days from now, happy shopping!